We've all heard of FOMO, right? That addictiveness, fear of missing out, that addictiveness harms children. We allege that TikTok knowingly created platform features intended to cause excessive, compulsive, and addictive use.
Well, Pennsylvania just sued TikTok, and it's not alone. Welcome back to the States. I'm Greg Bishop. Pennsylvania Attorney General Dave Sunday announced this week the state's taking TikTok to court, accusing the platform of failing to protect kids from age-inappropriate and harmful content. Here's Sunday laying out the case and exactly what kids are being exposed to.
This includes profanity, drinking, drug use, individuals in sexually suggestive situations, activities that 13, 14, and 15-year-olds should not be exposed to at such a young age. To achieve a 13-plus age rating in app stores, TikTok claims mature audience content is infrequent on their apps. Our investigation reveals that this could not be further from the truth. And it is TikTok's 13-plus age rating that opens the gate for kids. That age rating gives parents the illusion of safety, but actually opens the door to putting content literally in the palm of our kids' hands whenever they want it. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Because that is just the way that TikTok wants it. Even worse, TikTok intentionally designed its platform to be addictive to young people.
Now, the Attorney General in Pennsylvania is saying he wants to take TikTok to court and make sure that he gets a good outcome for parents and students and children all across the state.
The lawsuit alleges, and this is a high-level view of the suit, that TikTok's 13-plus age rating opens the gates for kids to content that's beyond their years, and that TikTok has done nothing to limit kids' time on the platform. In fact, this suit alleges TikTok's view of their audience demographic very simply is the more the merrier. This suit seeks to put into place effective barriers and safeguards that will consider the child consumer's well-being and safety. And that's an important point I want to restate. The suit seeks to put into place effective barriers and safeguards. Today is an action rooted, very simply, in protecting children, as are our previous actions demanding accountability from big tech companies and AI producers.
Now, Pennsylvania is just one front in this much bigger fight that we've seen being laid out in front of taxpayers across the country. You've got social media companies under siege in the courts, including in Florida, where you've got individuals suing TikTok for deceiving parents about safety. You also have Legal Newsline reporting that Meta, the parent company of Facebook and Instagram, failing in its latest attempt to shut down thousands of social media addiction lawsuits pending in court in Northern California. On August 10th, a three-judge panel of the Ninth Circuit rejected Meta's claims that federal law gives the company near total immunity. The court made clear that social media platforms are not completely shielded from lawsuits, alleging they deliberately design their products to addict young users, fueling mental health harms while boosting profits. Since early 2022, thousands of these cases have flooded state and federal courts, and plaintiffs include individuals, families, school districts, and like we're seeing in Pennsylvania, state governments. Defendants range from Meta and Google all the way to TikTok and Snapchat. The core allegation seems to be the same. The companies helped create a mental and behavioral health crisis among American kids and teenagers, driving anxiety, depression, and other disorders while maximizing engagement and social media revenue. Now, juries, they're starting to agree. In New Mexico, a jury hit social media companies with a combined $942 million verdict for failing to use warnings for the risks of addiction and emotional harm. In Los Angeles County, one family was awarded $6 million over a young person's alleged mental illness tied to social media use. Outside the courtroom, states, they're writing new rules. Like, for instance, Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker signed a law recently that will restrict social media features and content for children, though that law won't actually take effect until 2028. The law requires stronger default privacy settings for users under the age of 18, and it limits what kids see to content they actively seek out or accounts they choose to follow. Now, industry groups like NetChoice already calling Illinois' law unconstitutional. The vice president of government affairs told the Center Square the group remains opposed and previously urged Illinois' governor to veto that bill, warning that it would invite litigation, also known as lawsuits. So those lawsuits are continuing to fly in both directions. States and families suing the platforms, and the platforms fighting back in court. Now back to Pennsylvania. The Attorney General noted just how many people are using TikTok all across the country and in the Commonwealth.
The age restrictions that TikTok reports to maintain are essentially worthless. I say again, the age restrictions that TikTok purports to maintain are essentially worthless. Approximately 70% of under 16-year-olds on social media self-report as being over 18. Safety features such as restricted mode and family pairing often fail and are easily circumvented. TikTok knows that restricted mode does not work and does not meet consumer expectations. Yet TikTok touts restricted mode as a safety feature without warning parents that restricted mode does not meaningfully restrict the availability of mature content.
Now, the Attorney General said 100 million people use TikTok across the country. Millions use it in Pennsylvania. So we'll see just how far this lawsuit and others all across the country go. You can follow these stories and many more like it at thecentersquare.com.